All right. This is part two of my video series where, I titled it, If I Die Tomorrow. This would be my last video message for you. What I've done is I've compiled a list of 100 plus nuggets of wisdom that I wish to share, with people, which I believe adds a lot of value. So, given that a lot of people watched the first part and they had commented and said, we would like part two, this is part two. The links are put down below in the description as well as in the pinned comment. So, if you have not seen part one, I suggest you see that. This is part two, and then I'll update it when I upload part three. Given that I have 100 points, 100 plus, I will stop at maybe the half an hour range. So watch this video when you're relaxing, when you're doing something, but save it for later because these are nuggets of advice that I wish someone had told me when I was a young man. And the wisdom of these statements are still applicable today. So with that, please do comment down below. Let me know if you'd like part three after you watch it. And if you have anything to add, I definitely read them. So let's start. Part 31, wisdom now, or point number 31. This thing about legacy, you keep hearing people say, I want to leave a legacy behind. All that is good. It's obvious you say it out of good intention, like I want to leave a legacy for my children, or I want to leave a legacy for my future generation. But the fact of the matter is, after you die, uh, people remember you for some time. It's very less. In fact, if someone's not related to you, like my fans and followers, they'll forget about me after maybe a few days, like they say, out of sight is out of mind. And then people who are like my one-off relatives may remember me for, just a week if I die. And then people who are my own family people, they might remember me 1 month maximum every day, 2 months. And after that, people just forget. Like my wife, she loves her mother and father. She loves her parents. Her father died. And there was a period of mourning where I did send her back to her village to grieve. First month, it was, literally day and night. They were thinking. First week, second week came down a little bit. Third week, they were, kind of mourning, but not 24/7. And by the fourth week, you would say that they started on with their lives. They didn't miss him. Um, Fast forward after 1 month, 2 months, they just went about their normal lives. They would think about it only when something came up. And that's about it. Now, today, it has been like 1 or 2 years. My wife only remembers it when she sees a photograph on Facebook, when a reminder comes. Otherwise, she doesn't remember anything. Or if they see the property or the land which was transferred to my wife's name. So, in the same way, for you and me now, uh, we have good intentions. Leave a legacy behind, let our family be comfortable. I can assure you this much: legacy is overrated. People forget. Just think of all the people in your life who have died. Unless I force you to remember your mother, your father, your grandfather, your uncle, your aunt, you'll just forget about them and you'll move on. That is how life is. So, legacy is overrated. Don't bother too much about it. In fact, I'll just add on one point. In today's social media day and age, there are so many influencers, fraudsters who cheat people, who do bad things. And people at that time get very rallied up and worked up and they say, we'll never watch his content and all. After maybe a year, when they disappear online and they come back with new content, people just act as if nothing happened. So that's human beings for you. Number 32, sleep is crucial. This is not something that I'm stating from the internet. It is from my own personal life. I am 48, going to be 50. When I was like some of you, when you were 16 or 20 years old, believe it or not, I would work in the hotel industry sometimes as a waiter, you know, uh, when I was gaining experience at the age of 16. And sometimes they would make us actually work standing up, doing catering for someone's house. You have to set up the place, you have to keep everything ready. We would end up working for almost 18 hours, 20 hours. Let's say the event is 8 hours. So you have to set it up, you have to travel. So prepping up is maybe, and setting up maybe 4, 6 hours. Then you have to be there early. You can't be there on time. You have to be there 1, 2 hours early. Then 8 hours is the party. Then after the party, you have to tear down and take everything and keep it back at the hotel. So overall, it would be nearly 20 hours of standing up and physical work. And then we would sleep for, few hours. And then you had to wake up again and report to work. Just quickly have breakfast and report to work. So I could actually do that for, maybe a week, 1 week. Seriously, my body would hold up. Yes, I would feel lethargic. And when I was a DJ, when I was to anchor shows, when I had girlfriends, we would literally go to work in the morning, evening, go to the gym, then go watch a movie, then take the girlfriends to a nightclub, and then sleep for 1, 2 hours, hardly. And then again go to work and, struggle to keep ourselves awake, and then meet the guys or the girls and then go to a nightclub. We could do this for 3, 4 days straight without even getting less than half an hour sleep. But today, at this age and stage of my life, if I don't get my proper 6 to 8 hours sleep, I don't function properly. Like you saw me having this espresso. Now, I can drink an espresso and sleep odd timings. I can sleep maybe one day 4 o'clock in the morning, one day 6, one day stay the whole night. But I'll tell you, as you grow older, now your body just cannot handle it, and then one day it'll severely crash. And when it crashes, this has been my experience. I end up sleeping for 24 hours. Seriously, I just sleep the whole day. Like I'll sleep, my wife will just check, "Are you okay? Are you alive?" And then I might go, get up, go to the toilet, come back, sleep again, and then I might just eat food and still feel tired because the body has to reset. So sleep is very, very crucial. Don't underestimate sleep. Yes, when you're young, you like to work less hours, and you must have read many inspirational, motivational people saying that sleep is only for losers. You never achieve anything when you sleep. Yeah, true. You don't achieve any results when sleeping, but the human body, no, uh, you can't take it after a certain period of time. And after your 40s is where the decline takes place, where sleep is important. And if you don't get proper sleep, and me especially, I don't know about anyone else, but I can assure you, I don't sleep. Yeah, next day it's terrible. It feels bad. So quality sleep. Let me rephrase. Quality sleep is very important. Don't underestimate it. Number 33. If you have seen my channel, you have been following me for some time. You know this. Time is money. Time is more important than money. I've given this example. Um, when I wanted to, after multiple injuries of bodybuilding, powerlifting, all my joints, they were so sensitive. Like I'm telling you this. Like if I would lift like even if I would lift a 5 kg, let's say a plastic bag, I would feel as if needles were poking here, needles were poking here. And if I'd lift it, oh, my elbows were aching. When I'd sleep and wake up in the night, I would just get up. Oh, I would feel like, oh, I can't get up. My knees would be stiff. So my condition was that bad. I had breathing problems. I had cholesterol issues. I had so many issues. Okay. So I decided I would give up bodybuilding, give up powerlifting, and go into running, slow running, jogging, as they say it, to lose fat and lose weight. And that is where I got into half marathon running, long distance, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 21. And I started, and long story short, I'll not give too many details. I used to join running groups. I used to take advice from random people. I used to watch YouTube videos. I used to read books. I bought so many books. I thought I was saving money. I really thought I was saving money by going all this direction. And I thought by saving money, I would improve. You'd not believe that in the 6 years that I did all this, I improved. I improved, no doubt. I was able to complete 21 kilometers from a guy who could not run, even not run, slow run, very slow. Like if you walk, I'm doing this. So I was able to complete 21 kilometers from being a guy who could hardly slow run 50 meters, 50 meters. But I never improved. I tried steroids. I tried shortcuts. I tried going to the gym. I tried taking people's advice. I did everything, okay, everything to save money because I thought, I will see results. 6 years I wasted of my life. Until one day, I got this guy who is a yoga teacher who's in his 50s, who started after me, who is to finish the race after me, but every 6 months he got better and better. And very soon he would complete 21 kilometers, half the time it took me. And I became the butt of all jokes because before he used to take my advice, now he didn't respect me at all. Until one day when he made fun of me in front of everyone and I couldn't take it anymore. I decided no more wasting time. No more wasting time. I'm going to get the best coach, the best that I can afford. You'll not believe he was very expensive. He used to charge $150 per hour, sometimes per day, up to $500. That's very goddamn expensive. But you'll be surprised to know, in less than 6 months, see, I was a guy, I told you, I joined Spain. I couldn't touch my knees. Forget touching my toes. I couldn't touch my knees. I couldn't lift my hands like this. It was shivering. I was locked and stiff. This guy, in 6 months, he made me so good. I ran the fastest in my life, I would say, 35 years. The way I ran, even in my college days, I didn't run so fast. I ran each kilometer at 5 minutes to complete each kilometer, and I completed 12 kilometers in less than an hour. I was literally sprinting, like it was crazy. And it was impossible. Doctors said that I needed a surgery. They needed to cut open my back. They needed to cut open my knees and fix and this and that. Imagine I achieved this incredible result in 6 months. To save money, I wasted 6 years of my life. 6 years. And when I spend money, what I couldn't achieve in 6 years, I achieved in less than 6 months. I'll tell you, the day I completed that race, yes, I was happy, I was overjoyed. But then when I look back, I was like, man, I fucking wasted 6 years of my life. Had I taken this professional coach, this professional mentor, he's an Olympic level training coach. Had I taken him for 6 months, those 6 years that I wasted being the last guy, being the butt of everyone's jokes, showing such pathetic results, I would have had world-class results. I would have enjoyed a quality of life as a runner, a swimmer, a triathlete. And then I reflected back on my school days, my college, which I didn't complete anyway, my work life. I wasted 35 years of my life not taking a mentor. I'll never get that time back. Today I'm going to be nearly 50. Seriously, I wish I could live a quality life and I don't mind paying a mentor for it. But today it's too late. I'm 50. I'm nearly going to be 50. Just imagine how many opportunities in my life I wasted just to save money. To save money, I sacrificed time. So honestly, heart of hearts, I'm not saying because I'm a mentor. I'm not saying because I want you to be my client. No, go to anybody who is where you wish to be. Pay them the money or do whatever it takes. Be their slave if required. But get the guidance, get the proper guidance, the expertise, so that you can enjoy that time that you have, because you can never get time. And I'll tell you, the quality of your life will improve so much. That is why there are so many people who have achieved, like they're world champions at the age of 21. Why? Because they started at the age of 6 or 7. In China, From the age of 6 and 7, they're training them for Olympics. By the time they're 50, they are nearly among the world's best. Look at our Indians. Look at look at your life and my life. We are looking at YouTube videos. We are looking at podcasts because we're dying for guidance. It helps, but nothing like having a personal coach. I'm telling you, even if you, I'm not trying to convince you, but even if you have to borrow money to get the proper guidance, not from me, from anybody who can guide you to be the best, and you can do it in record time, do it. Time you'll never get back. Today's day, which you're watching this video, you'll never get it back. And what is your age right now? Ask yourself, what is your age? Look back on your life and tell me, did you live it in a quality life as the best of the best? Or did you waste it and now you only have regrets? That's point number 33. I know, a little long, but I wanted to give you value. Point number 34. This is for exercise fanatics. I told you, my joints, they pain even today. My lower back, especially if I get up in the morning. Sometimes in the night, I don't know why in the night specifically, if I lie down and tell my wife to give me a massage, she has this Theranos gun or something. It's a little expensive. You can check in Amazon. If you're interested, I'll put the name. It gives a very deep tissue massage. But after that, when I try to get up, oh, my back is like stiff. You must have seen your parents, they get up like this. It's a very real pain, the nerve endings. So the point I'm trying to say is joints pain, they will remain forever. Your muscles will become big, become small. You can tone them down. You can puff them up. You can take steroids to make them look really like with veins and all that. Muscles can recover. Muscles can grow. Muscles can improve. Joints, oh goodness, it's permanent. That is why people who have joints issues, finished. Your life is over. And if you're young, please don't do ego lifting in the gym or don't do improper exercise. Even if you do like running, if you do it not properly, now when your joints are soft, they are like very soft. It's like baby, a small baby when it gets up, sits down, it bounces like a ball. But if you are over 45, 50, old people, if they fall, just fall, their hip shatters. You must have heard, no? They needed a surgery. There was this 70 or 80-year-old lady. She just fell down from the chair down. Not very, like it wasn't a big height. Her hip cracked. Finished. She had a hips surgery she had to have. So please be careful with your joints, especially your joints, that white cartilage, and take whatever supplements necessary, but approach a professional. Don't simply take it. Take care of your joints. Very important before you go to the gym, stretch. And that is why people who do yoga and stretching, it's the best exercise. Joints pain, they remain forever. And stop trying to impress people with the size of your muscles, these bodybuilders and all that. Yeah, it looks very big and wow and all that. But I can write and give you all those bodybuilders, they are crying tears of pain because the muscle size goes, joints pain remain. Number 35, you want to survive anywhere in the world, learn the art, the science, and the skill of selling. I cannot emphasize this enough. Some people are natural born sales people like myself. Always had a big mouth. I always was talkative. I always was trying to sell. So I just had to sharpen it. But if you're the type who doesn't know how to sell, please get proper guidance on selling. Now, it doesn't mean if you're an introvert and you don't talk much, you cannot sell. There are a lot of people who talk less, who are shy, but they really know how to sell. It's not just words that you throw. It's how you treat people, how you make them like you. Likability is a very important factor. I don't know if I put that somewhere. But if you're likable, anybody will buy anything. That is why when we see a petite girl, a poor girl, a beautiful girl, lovely eyes and face, she may not say anything, but we'll just like her. Why do you think in Japanese car shows they have this petite looking doll faced girl standing there smiling? They do this. Men, they are just, they just drop their shields. They drop the inhibitions. Wow, girl, their eyes, they say, scientifically, pupils grow. That is what. Be likable, learn how to sell. And if you're a guy and Or if you're ugly, obviously nobody's going to, wow, look at you like this. So you have to learn how to be likable, learn how to make people sell. And it's an art, it's a science form. Making a video on that will literally take more than an hour, but please focus on selling. Don't just read books, don't just listen to YouTube videos or podcasts. Learn the art of selling. You'll thank me for it. That is why, no matter, imagine what I do online. I give videos, I talk to people. Just imagine, even though I never tell people, subscribe. Oh, I'm offering this course, that course, even though, that is good. Like Durv Rati or MKBHD, I've created this course on Skillshare and this and that. People sell. But then if you actually look, some of us never sell. We don't say, oh, you have to buy my course. Oh, give me your email. I'll give you this. Still, people trust me enough to give me their hard earned money. So there should be something, right? So selling is not just about asking people, although that is important, subscribe now, I'll give you two free or this free. Those are strategies. But if you can be likable, if you can connect with people on a deeper level, you can sell. And remember, you don't have to be an extrovert. Even an introvert can be a great salesperson. Okay. So, point number 35, sales skill is important for survival. Point number 37. They say, no, this ignorance is a bliss. No, sorry. Okay, I'll finish that and then I'll move to the point I missed. 36 is ignorance is a bliss. Now, why do they say that? I used to always think, why is ignorance a bliss? Ignorance shouldn't be a bliss. It should be a bad thing. You know why ignorance is a bliss? For example, if you were earning $1,000 a month, let's say $1,000 salary, and you are happy, fine. You will not complain. And let's say one day your boss comes and tells you, you have worked with us for 10 years. I'm going to give you $2,000 salary. You'll be very happy. Yay. Okay. Now, until now, no complaint. But let's say one day you find out that another guy in another company, same line of work, same everything. You got paid $1,000, but he got paid $2,000. Why? Because that is the starting salary. Now, do you think you're going to be happy knowing that you got 1,000, but the market rate is 2,000? No, you'll not be happy. Why? Because now you know something. And your boss offered you a 10,000, double the salary after 10 years. But you find out that after 10 years, you should be getting $5,000 salary, not 2,000. You'll feel totally messed up, right? So the more knowledge you have, the more understanding that you have, the more you'll not be happy. You'll not live in a world of bliss. Now, how is this useful to you is not just for you to learn more. There are a lot of people who debate with me, argue with me, they get angry with me, whether it's religion, whether it's, oh, you're talking of India, oh, you're insulting, women are like this, you shouldn't say women are like this, you should treat women equally. I speak from a vantage point of experience. There are a lot of things I may say that would hurt feelings. Why do I ask people, how old are you? Because someone who's 20 has hardly seen life. People like to give the bullshit. Oh, it is the number of years in your life. It is a quality of life. Shut your pie hole here. Someone who's 60 and 70, who has traveled the world, who has seen, he has more mileage, more experience of dealing with people. How can you talk about marriage and children when you don't have kids? But a man who has 4 kids and has been married for 30, 40 years, he has much more mileage than you. So, when I argue and debate with other people, or which I don't, but I realize the person's young or immature, not traveled the world, not earned beyond rupees, not earned beyond a certain threshold. I know it's a waste of time. That's why I don't mentor young boys and girls. It's a waste. If you talk to them, they have their solid ego. They know everything. They think, you don't know jack shit. You're an oldie. You're a boomer. They can give a lot of terms. But I know that You know, you don't know what you don't know. If you don't know something, you don't know. So that is why I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying people are old who know everything. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. Like if you ask me, how does cryptocurrency work? How does AI function? How do some people do Amazon FDA? I don't know. So there are things I don't know. But life in itself, someone who's elder than you has that wisdom and maturity. So the point of value here is if you argue with someone and they don't know what they are talking or they have not experienced it, don't bother convincing them. Don't bother wasting your breath on them. It's like your parents, they have good intentions, but maybe they don't know what it is to run an e-commerce store. They don't know what it is to earn money online, or, you know, they will tell you, oh, that is shit, that is bad. Now, that does not mean your parents don't have wisdom. Just learn to discern. That's all I want to tell you. So remember, ignorance is a bliss, yes, but when you're dealing with other people, remember this much. They are in a bliss because they don't know what they don't know. So don't waste your time convincing them. The point I missed about sales, which is point number 36, now it's 37. Selling, no? It's about selling. Selling is not talking and hey, you want to buy? Come on, I'll give you the last price, and discount, and discount. That's not selling. Selling is real selling, is where you can connect with people on a deeper level. It is where someone can trust you. Some, you know, understand this. I'll give you a specific example. Me, people have watched my content 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, some even 6 months, some even few days. And I receive emails and messages from people I've never met. They've never met me, I've never met them. And you'll not believe they open up with such personal, private matters, some so confidential, some which can literally put them in trouble. Why do they do that? Because they feel that deep connection. The point which I want you to keep here in mind is selling yourself is hard. It takes maturity, it takes years of experience. Today, at this stage of my life, I know whom to sell, whom to zero down and give them a last and final offer, whom to ignore, and then I know he'll come back. In some cases, it's required for me to insult and abuse them, only then they come back. I cannot use one template for all. There's a template different for girls, for women, for men. For young, it's different. For old, it's different. For someone who has money, it's different. For someone who doesn't have money, it's different. For someone who's religious, it's different. For someone who's an atheist, it's different. So all this comes only with years of experience. And remember, even more harder, the hardest thing in the world is not selling a product. The hardest thing in the world is selling yourself. So if you know how to sell yourself and you can master that, I'll tell you, the world is your oyster. So learn the hardest skill in the world, that is selling yourself. Point number 38. This one is a short one, and you'll get pissed off. The next few of them. Religion is man-made bullshit. Okay. If you're religious, you'll not like my advice. Religion was created by man to control people, to ensure blind obedience, to ensure, you know, like a cult following, no, blindly. You drink this poison, you drink it for honor. Just imagine the amount of obsession people have, which does make sense. They put a bomb around them, they go in enemy territory, Allahu Akbar, poof. Logically, it doesn't make any sense. No. But why did he do it? Because he was told, if you do this, there are 72 virgins waiting for you in heaven. There's a land of milk and honey. Allah will love you forever. And I'm not just trying to bash up Muslims here. It's with, even with Christians and Christian crusaders, even with Hindus. Just imagine for their religion, they're so brainwashed that anyone from any other religion, like if they were two normal human beings, they would talk to each other properly. But the minute he identifies you're Muslim, finished. It is so brainwashed in them. Even Muslims, they, oh, you're kafir. Oh, you know, you're not pure. Even Christians, oh, you're Christian. Oh, Christian. Oh, wow. Oh, he is an idol worshipper. So people judge each other. So just remember, you want to bring, like this, bring the fear of God. You want to make people listen to you. God will punish you. You must have heard that, right? Boss, God watches and waits, and that fear, God is watching, So it's just created just to make sure blind obedience. That is why, man, just look at it. Even the richest people in the world have contributed millions for building mosques, for their temple gods, for people even eat shit and drink piss for religion. So shouldn't that make sense? And it's so retarded. The people throw logic out of the window just because they were taught when they were small something which I told is the truth. I'll tell you the most powerful weapon uh, is when a child is born. For the first 7 years of its life, teach whatever you teach the child and repeat it again and again and again and drill in its head. After the age of 7, it will believe as the explicit truth. It will never change. Very rarely do people change after the age of 7. Why do you think in Islam they have Islamic studies? Why do you think at a very young age they teach their children pray to God, bow down, so it gets part of their DNA? And once it's part of your DNA, you can never change. So please keep in mind, religion is man-made bullshit, and you want to bring order and you want to bring blind obedience, introduce them to a cult group or religion. Number 39. People get angry when I say this, and people debate with me. So I just give them this one sentence: prove it to me, God exists. Simple. Just give me proof. Show me the evidence. They, to this date, nobody has been able to show. Here in a day and age of smartphone, this is a smartphone. This is a video. This can take a photograph. They will say God exists. Okay, fine. Can you show me a photo? No. Can you show me a video? No. And then they'll use words. God is omnipresent. God is a power. God is energy. Can you take photo of energy? They'll only give you wordplay. They'll only give you words, a lot of filler words and a lot of rhetorical questions. But there's no evidence. Oh, do you see the mountain? How did it create? Okay, so if a mountain is created, so is the default answer God? It's bullshit here. Look, I was a Roman Catholic. I believed in God. I'm telling you, I really wanted to die for God. I used to even go to the toilet sometimes and pray, like if I go for a competition, I would go, dear Lord, I pray genuinely from my heart of hearts. I would pray for success. I would pray for good marks in the exam. I'd pray for someone who is sick, someone who is dying. I used to pray before meals, after meals. I was taught religion, but I never once questioned because we are told if you believe, if you have faith, you shouldn't question. It's bullshit. But once I watched this documentary, which opened my eyes, it's called, I think, Lose Change. No, not Lose Change. Sorry. It's a Zeitgeist. Yes, the Zeitgeist. The first part one. I was shocked after I saw that documentary. I used to always doubt God exists because you ask a Hindu, you'll say Hindu God is the real God. Someone who's Muslim, Muslim is the real God. Someone who's Christian, Christian is the real God. The household that you're born into, they'll believe that religion is true. So I used to always say, if I was born in a Muslim family, I would say Islam is true. If I was born in a Hindu family, Hinduism is true. So then which religion is true? So anyway, I don't want to drag too much into this, but the day you question, religion, and especially zeitgeist. Let me complete the thought. It clearly states in that all the gods from the first religion until now all have a very common theme. Which year they are, like 25th December. Why does Christianity celebrate Christmas 25th December? Why we always are taught, no, Jesus Christ was born of a virgin. Do you know that the multiple gods who are born of a virgin, multiple gods who died for their people, multiple gods? It's a very same narrative, but we think only our religion is this exclusive story. Watch that documentary, you'll thank me for it. They even talk about September 9/11. Uh, it'll just explode. It'll drive you mad. Yeah. Okay. That is point number 39. No one can prove God exists. Point number 40. Um, 98%. I've given this percentage. It's not a scientific, but 98% of the things we buy, we don't need. Need. You just Google search minimalists, people who live with minimal. There are people who literally live with one, two shirts or trousers, very minimal. They just have very simple things. They don't buy anything extra and they're very happy. In fact, once upon a time, we used to pride ourselves that we purchased this car. A lot of people rent out a car. They can buy the best of the best, most luxurious car, use it, and finished. So, 98% of the things you and I have, we don't need. Simple, I'll tell you. Just go to your wardrobe right now. Go to your wardrobe, open it, remove everything, and ask yourself, which one did you use? Which one do you use every day? You can follow the Pareto principle. It'll be almost only 20% you use every day. Rest all 80% you never use. You just kept it there. Whether it's shoes, the belt, even people keep their wedding dress and the shirts that they never wear, the shoes that they never wear. It's the day and age of consumerism. I have to point fingers at myself for this. So many things in which I purchase, so many things I don't use. I have the latest gaming device, the latest gadgets, computers, laptops. I just use this one. Anyway, next one. This one again is my own stat. 99.99% of the people overestimate themselves. Ask anybody if they go for an interview, will they ace it? There are so many people who come to me and say, "Oh, I don't have a job. Can you introduce me to your contact?" Okay. But I tell them, would you be able to do the interview? Yeah, sure, I can. Just get me the person, I will convince them. They all believe they're good at the interview. In fact, everyone believes their communication skills is good. Check any resume. They'll say, communication skills, very good, excellent. Almost all of them are very good, excellent. The fact of the matter is you're not. I'm telling you, I make a living out of speaking. It's not your accent. It's not even your grammar. It's not your delivery. It's if you know how to play with human emotions, feelings, and thinking, you're a great communicator. This guy who created the kingdom of Kailasa, Google search it. Even Prime Minister Modi, you think his grammar is impeccable? Come on, man. People overestimate themselves. Even how many keyboard warriors, I call them keyboard, how many youngsters who comment, make fun of me, question me, they think they are much better than me. Fine, I'm not saying that they're not maybe good at thinking or studying or whatever. But it's unbelievable. They don't even earn, seriously, they don't even earn $100 a day. Forget $100. They don't earn $500 a month. They can't earn. Yet they think they are better than someone who earns $20,000 a day, a month. It's unbelievable. There are people in my WhatsApp group who don't even have the capacity to buy the latest iPhone, yet they will make fun of Elon Musk, they'll make fun of Donald Trump, they'll make fun of Jeff Bezos. So 99.99 people overestimate themselves. And if you want to see the evidence of this, sit down with a couple of your friends, Give them a couple of, you know, uh, not alcohol. Just tell them, relax, talk about politics. Each one of them is an expert on cryptocurrency, economy, politics. They know all the subjects. But then evaluate how much money they make per month, how successful they are. In fact, you don't have to look very far. Look at your mother, father, brother, sister, your relatives. They know everything. They are super smart in their bubble world. The real world, nobody gives a rat's ass to them. That's why I get a lot of people who make fun of me, who'll mock me, your tattooed face, you're a fraud, you're a scammer, blah, 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 blah. You look so ugly. So then I ask them, okay, I look ugly, fine. Do you look handsome? Oh, you're earning peanuts, ha ha ha. You earn nothing. Okay, how much do you earn? Oh, you have so less views. Okay. How successful are you in your career? So that's it. Next point, this one I can definitely tell you that the 99.99999, whatever number comes, is accurate. 99.999999, you can keep going on infinitely. It is, they will never achieve their dreams. We all want to be rich, multimillionaires, billionaires, handsome, star in movies, have our own YouTube channel, be a CEO of a company, have one big house. People have lots of dreams. Sadly, 99.999 keep going on, never achieve their dreams. That is why religious people, that is why these coaches online, no, they exploit people. They give you hope. I'll make you successful. I'll help you achieve it. Your even institutions, even teachers, your child has potential. I'll make him achieve his goals. Pay me the money. What do religious people tell you? Priests, you give to God, God will give you 100 times over. So they're selling you hope. Hope, na? Which I can literally make this next point. Hope. Let me make it a next point. Hope. The biggest con. That's my next point. So 99.9999% will never achieve their dreams. Okay. Even you, even me. But if you bring the goalpost a little bit down, I'm not saying lower it because sometimes maybe you're capable of achieving much more, but be realistic. Give yourself a daily target, monthly target, weekly target, monthly, yearly. So if you want to achieve, let's say you want to achieve $100,000, okay, say $120,000, just for calculation. $120,000 you want savings end of the year. So 12 months. If you want to achieve 120, you should be able to achieve $10,000 in 1 month. Correct, no? 12 months. Okay. And then break it down even further, 4 weeks. So $10,000 means $2,500 you have to save per week. Then that you divide into, let's say, 7 days. So you get the math. Same way, for example, you want to lose 12 kilos. You want to lose 12 kilos in 1 year. Every month you have to lose 1 kilo. Right or wrong? Okay. And then 1 kilo if you have to lose per month, per week, 4 weeks, you have to lose a quarter of a kilo, 25% of a kilo. So if you want to achieve your dreams, that's the only way you can. You can't if you can't, stick with the math, how can you achieve $120,000? Okay, how can you lose 12 kilos? So don't simply conjure up numbers. I'll achieve 1 million, 1 billion. Yeah, there are exceptions to the rule, like I told you in the previous point, but exception to the rule is not the standard. All right. And the next point, anyway, I give you hope is the biggest con. Let me just check the time. 44 minutes. I'll give you maybe 3 more points, and then we'll call it a day. This is a very deep one. A very, very deep one. Okay. Okay, let me give you at the end the deep one. The next point, 44. Okay, I'll give 44. 80% of you, nearly 80%, it could be more, marry the wrong person. I know you'll be like, huh? I'm telling you facts. 80% of you marry the wrong person. And how would you know that? You'd ask me. If you had all the money in the world, all the money in the world, and you could travel anywhere in the world and meet unlimited number of people. I'll write and give you. There'll always be someone more interesting than the previous one. Because you'll always, when you meet the best, you'll stick here. But one day you'll meet someone even better than her. She'll have all the good qualities and plus more. So 80% marry the wrong person. That is why I tell people, when you marry at a late stage. Marry as late as possible. But obviously don't go beyond 40 because, but then there are some people who, even at the age of 60, they're still distracted with women. Over there, the only caveat, the exception to the rule is, if you know yourself, if you really know yourself, then you'll be able to make the right choice. That is why there are people who marry their childhood love or marry at the age of 20 and they are very happy. So remember, once again, those are exceptions to the rule, because to have that level of self-realization, you need to be a very deep person. So first is get to know yourself and then you know what you want. So that is why 80% of the people marry the wrong person. And after they marry, by the time they realize it's the wrong person, it's too late. You already have children and all that. And then people just manage and then they live, double standards. They stay married, but they enjoy outside. So that is why 80% of the people marry the wrong person, marry late. Number 45, almost all, the apps on your phone waste your time, almost all. Think about what I said. Google Docs, fine, to write down your points. Chat GPT, okay, fine. For business, sending messages, WhatsApp or email, fine. Rest, all the apps is either to kill time, to enjoy, entertain. I'm not saying entertainment, enjoyment is bad, but they are created to kill your time and get your attention. I would rephrase this and not say all. I would say at least 99%, given the number of apps. And check how much time do you spend. Check your phone and see how much screen time do you waste. You'll be shocked. I can challenge you. You will be shocked if you see how much time you're spending on your phone. And then check with your computer. If you only do phone, fine, only phone. But if you do computer and phone, then it's even more. Okay. And the last very powerful point, last one. Okay. Who you are. Like, I ask people, who are you? They normally tell me, okay, my name is so and so. Then they go, I work as a sales executive. Okay, I'm a regional sales manager for Google, for Microsoft. Okay. Or I come from a Hindu family, a Jain family. I'm an Indian passport holder. All these are titles. All these are identifiers. But now, if you were to remove your name, you have to remove your age, you have to remove your religion, you have to remove the country you're from, you have to remove the company you work. In fact, there are people in Dubai. I can openly challenge you this. Ask anybody who works in Emirates Airlines. Where do you work? With pride, they'll tell you, I work for Emirates. With their nose a little, I work for Emirates. Because they take a great deal of pride. They'll not tell you Emirates Airlines. They'll not, and even if they are a sweeper or a cleaner, Emirates. There's that, brand value that comes. That is why some of our Indians, they'll say, I work for a UK company. I work for a US company. Even though they are in India, UK, US. And some other people are like, they'll flaunt an Indian guy when he gets a Gora female. He gets a Russian or Uzbekistan, or he gets a American blonde finish. The value is like, woof. People always like to show off with all these titles, trophies. In LinkedIn, it's like a dick measuring contest. How big is your sausage? I'm my name with MBA, LLB, and PhD. And Their description: I'm a chief catalyst officer, I'm a regional head, I'm a thought provoker, I'm a TEDx speaker, I'm a multifaceted, blah, 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 all big descriptions. We like to bullshit ourselves. But if you remove all this now, then what are you? Have you noticed some people, when they come to you, they'll drive their Bugatti or they'll drive the Rolls Royce or Lamborghini? Why? It's an extension. They'll hold a car like this and drive. They'll look everywhere. Hey, you, low class, I'm driving. And girls, wow, look at your car. Ooh, we have seen those videos, no? So there's a lot of value associated. Why do you think Floyd Mayweather shows the stacks of cash? And that's to show my dick is bigger than yours. But when you remove all this, no, you remove the titles, the trophies, the identifiers. In fact, watch this movie Schindler's List. It's a very powerful movie. Black and white, very powerful. And there is a scene, where they remove their clothes. They make everyone remove their clothes and run naked. Sometimes I think when you don't have any money, no relatives, no friends, nothing, and you're running naked, just naked, who are you? In our nakedness, in our nothingness, who are we? And if, for example, there's nobody, there's no friends, there's no relatives, nobody knows you, and you don't have anything, who are you going to brag and show off? Let's say nobody is there to see your Lamborghini. Nobody is there. You just have a Lamborghini. You can't even upload it online. Would you be bothered about your Lamborghini? Yeah, if you are a connoisseur for machines. Otherwise, would you want to wear the most expensive studded? We see these viral videos. No, they have bath with that guy in Ashton Hall. He put his face in that overpriced water and put a nose strip and banana peel and this and that. It's only for social media. You think in the real world you'll get up and put a banana peel and 4 a.m. and show your muscles? If nobody's watching, you'll not give a damn. In fact, when you get up in the morning and nobody's there at your house, you might even walk naked in the house and not give a fuck here. We do all this bragging online just to get brownie points, just to get comments and likes and shares. Nobody gives a fuck here. So that is why, who are you? If your name is not there, position, designation, money, success, education, remove all that. And who are you now? I asked myself that question many years ago, and I'll tell you that changed my life forever. Because I'm not, no name, no age, no religion, no achievements, nothing. Now who am I? And when you dig so deep now, I'll tell you, you really, really find who you are. And that will change you forever. The day you find the answer to this now, life will change forever. Anyway, I spoke to you for nearly 53 minutes. I think I'll stop here. So there'll be part 2, and this is part 2, part 3, and part 4, and maybe part 5. My only request to you is, if you've watched the video until then and you are interested in part 3, I'm not asking just for the sake of engagement. I want to know if you're genuinely interested in this next part, then I'll make it. If I don't see much interest, then there's no point in having part 3. Comment down below. Let me know that you want part 3, and do these videos help you? I'd like a little bit of communication, because that's the only way you can communicate to me. Hope this video added value. I spoke to you from my heart. What you don't agree with, please comment down below. I'll not feel bad. Love to hear what you have to say. You guys take care.